Dean, I know digital signage was your world when you were a reseller.
Yes.
How fun would it be for you to sell modern displays?
Ooh, good point.
Would you be like geeking out about all the specs and sizes and the modularity?
Modularity, absolutely. Don't know about the specs, like nits and stuff like that. I don't know.
Did you ever care about that?
That feels like something that's flying around me. It's like, well, you know.
Can you get some spray?
There's a swarm of nits around me. But I always appreciated the aesthetic value. Of displays. Yeah.
Do you still have the urge to tell businesses what they should be doing when you walk in and see them using like consumer displays?
Absolutely.
Maximizing their wall space.
Yes. Yeah. Right? I mean, still to this day, people are making bad decisions, man. Yeah. Bad decisions when it comes to digital signage.
Definitely.
We need to help them. But anyway,
do. And just to that point, today on the show, we have two experts.
Yeah, that's right.
LG's Mike Stachura and Frank Mantz. So, they're going to be actually here in the studio.
Yes, they are.
Which if you've watched the show enough, Micah typically does show up there. In fact, apparently we keep him in a cage behind the desk here and let him out from time to time.
Fun fact, yes.
To do episodes of the show.
That's right.
They're going to talk about the future of digital signage, specifically like some of the stuff that they saw at InfoComm.
Fresh off of
the dvLED revolution and how that's growing and why people are more invested and interested in that technology and why you should be out there selling it at all. We're going to be talking about how the market's changing, how can you help customers find the right displays, the right specs, what kind of conversations you should be having. We're going to be comparing consumer adoption.
That's right.
How do you talk about that?
Yep.
What are some pro tips? What's LG doing out there to help you win business?
We found out a lot of good stuff there.
We really did. There's a lot of great ways they will help you go out there and win these opportunities.
No doubt about it.
You're not on your own with this stuff. So I'm John Martin.
And I'm Dean Reverman.
Welcome to Blue Star Nation. This episode of the Blue Star Nation podcast is brought to you by LG's indoor and outdoor direct view LED signage. So there you go. We're going to be talking a lot more about this stuff. These are designed to create engaging viewing experiences. dvLED provides vivid colors and is perfect for airports, shopping malls, stadiums, billboards, retail, hospitality, corporate, you name it. There's all kinds of great use cases.
Yes.
LG Direct View LED signage features vibrant colors, incredible brightness levels, and are available in a variety of sizes. Take your advertising dollars even further by maximizing the spend and effectiveness of messages on these stunning LED displays, ideal for both indoor and outdoor locations. Check out the link in the show notes to learn more about dvLED solutions from LG, or reach out to Jake Novak, our BDM for LG, to help you learn a little bit more. The Blue Star Nation podcast is brought to you, as always, by ELO and the ELO Backpack with Intel, which delivers a powerful enterprise-grade mini PC connected with Windows 11 or no OS, powerful Intel processors, Wi-Fi 6E connectivity to satisfy all your needs. We've said this before, that ELO is missing out on marketing opportunity here.
Yes.
By giving people backpacks and backpacks.
That's right. Just an idea.
Put it out there.
Just float it out there. Yeah.
For free. I mean,
that's right.
Maybe we give us a cut here every time you sell one of this. But we're brainstorming.
It's really drives the point home. Put the backpack on the back. There you go. Yeah.
From digital signage and self-service kiosks to kitchen display systems and automation controls, scaling ELO's commercial Windows platform across sizes and form factors has never been easier. ELO's backpack can be turned on or off remotely, regardless of its location. It's purpose-built to accommodate compact spaces with a small footprint in both size and weight. Universal VESA mount, plenty of connectivity options, and AI-ready Intel processing power make the backpack the perfect pairing for any touch monitor. Check out the link in the show notes or contact the Blue Star ELO team to learn more. All right, our guests today, we have two fantastic folks from LG here. We'll start with the guy that everyone's seen many, many times on this show.
And throughout the channel. Keeps on the Vortex stage.
Keeps looking for excuses.
The genie in the bottle.
Come in here.
That's right.
Surprised he's not wearing some ridiculous costume right now, because he likes to do that.
That was a deep cut.
I actually just hang out behind the stage all the time, and then every once in a while, when I see you guys just hanging out in here, I'll just come up from behind.
That makes
we appreciate sense. That. Absolutely.
That's quite believable. It's Mike Stachura. He's the Senior Account Manager for Disty Sales at LG. Mike, welcome back. What's been going on in your world? You buying any new Crocs lately? Last time you were on, I think you were talking about your Croc collection.
Yep. Oh, yeah, definitely. Always new fun pairs to get. But the world of displays is always super fun. We're coming off of InfoComm. We had a lot of fun new technology. So LG just launched a new e-paper product, which is pretty cool.
Ooh, popular.
But yeah, staying out of trouble, which is always good. And you mentioned Crocs. And it would not be right if I showed up to the pod without a present. So
we like presents.
For
Is it
the
bourbon?
podcast collection, I have a custom-made LG gibbet, just for you guys.
Nice.
So Dean, I'll give that to you next time you wear Crocs. I love it. A custom, one-of-a-kind.
I'm sure you know Dean's a big Croc guy.
Dude, I'm not taking your only LG Croc gibbet, am I?
No.
Okay, you have multiple ones?
Yes.
Okay, good.
One of a kind in terms of a single run back.
It's not really a special gift. He hands these out at work.
He's like candy.
Around. Yeah. It's nothing special.
Give them to my fans. Yes, right? Yeah. I like it.
Exactly.
Thank you. Yes.
All right. Well, thanks for that. We always appreciate that, having you back. Our other special guest, because every time Mike shows up here, he brings a new guest who then probably will never come back on the pod because you're like, what is this nonsense that I got myself into? So today, is it Frank Mantz or Mantz? Mantz. He's the B2B technical sales and solutions enablement at LG. First of all, explain maybe a little what that means. Tell us about your background. We've heard enough about Mike. We know what he's up to. What's your background? Tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So been in AV for 20 years, mostly predominantly focused on display technologies. Strangely enough, 20 years ago, I got my start in projection screens and have moved my way through the progression.
Things have gotten a little better since then.
Yes.
Is that how you get in the industry? Start in projectors and then move your way up? What
was great about
Are we doing overhead projectors, by the way, back in the day, or are we doing
No, this was still, the big ones. Not the triple guns. I was luckily past that phase, but 3 chips and whatnot. So learned a lot of AV math back then, which was great to get the start. Then was with another display manufacturer, not LG, for almost 10 years. And then been with LG almost 4 years now, as far as the solutions enablement perspective of things. So work a part of our team that focuses on strategic accounts, right? So we want to be able to add additional layers of support. We call it our PMO, project management office. So just kind of really dialing it down and focusing on those one-to-one relationships with those accounts to make sure that we deliver exactly what they're looking for from a, soup to nuts, right? So from the design phase all the way till the implementation. To give them what they need.
All right. Nice. Yeah. That's part of what we try to do all the time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Not just selling gadgets.
Exactly.
You got to sell them everything they need to build these solutions and make them what they need to be.
Bring it to life.
All right. Well, gents, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for actually coming in-house. I know Mike has already taken you on a bourbon stop, as he does every time he comes to Kentucky. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe people are actually competing to join you on these podcasts. Do you have like a wet list? Yeah. I keep hearing about it every time Mike goes and does the podcast. Can I go on that? So we'll see who he's got in store for us next time. All right. Well, let's get into this conversation. We're talking a little bit about the future of digital signage, which I know is a little nebulous. We're going to talk about dvLED in particular. We're going to get into the market here. So let's start by talking about that current digital signage market and what it actually looks like right now. And then let's talk about the dvLED part of things here, which is why is that starting to outpace the LCD growth? What kind of verticals, what are the verticals like your retail, corporate, hospitality? What are they looking for in displays? And just kind of give us a little bit of a rundown, a laydown of like what's happening in the market right now, what's causing this shift in the type of displays that people are using, and just where are we going right now?
Yeah, I think one of the things we're talking about kind of as we're getting set up here was just the evolution of returning into public spaces and Gen Z going back to malls. One of the biggest drivers that we're really seeing is in corporate and then retail. Retail being such a large experiential element of how do you engage with your customers? How do you build a different feeling when you're in the store? How do you draw folks to a different area?
Right.
And then all the data that's tied to that as well. How do you there's a lot of traffic in one section of the store. You want to market to that. You maybe want to have a different promotion. If there's somebody not in a store, not in one section, now you're able to find that out as well through kind of that location proximity type tracking, and then figure out how to use signage to help draw them into that environment. So maximizing the use of the space. And corporate, just from an experience walking in there, how do you define your brand? What do guests feel when they first walk into your lobby?
Yeah.
How do you maximize that? How do you drive that brand image, that brand value?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, pivoting back to the retail spot, right, is it's really giving these brands the ability to market out to other companies for advertising, right? If they're being able to report back, the traffic in these specific areas, they can show worth to advertisements. And it just goes to the whole ecosystem, if you will, of the display and the technology that it can offer. And
the store within a store concept.
What it is.
If you go into a retail store, you will see dedicated sections for dedicated brands. They're buying that retail space, or they're loaning that out, paying the marketing premium for that floor space.
Right.
And they're able to design it to their own little vignette, their own little environment.
Maybe give us a little bit of cut of what you saw at InfoComm. I mean, like retail media networks, I get it. Now, those have been around for a little bit, and we're starting to see some growth in that on, from our perspective as well. And I think there is some good stuff there. But the interactivity is something that's interesting to me, on the AI side, like walking up to a screen and interacting with it, not just like touch, but like, are you seeing some technology? Because there's a couple of ISVs that we're starting to work with where it's like, you can talk. Just like you can, talk to an LLM and it'll start interacting with you, whether it's in store or in aisle even type of thing. Is that the kind of stuff that excites you guys as well? Think about the application of using displays everywhere. Now I can interact with stuff.
We had two really cool cases at InfoComm, two really awesome applications. One was a sort of a virtual guest where you could have a life-size representation of someone dial into a meeting and it was their body. Maybe the CEO can't make it into that meeting, but they're able to join into a quick huddle room and actually have a 75-inch display or an 86-inch display with a webcam right above it, or like a video conferencing bar.
Yep.
And they're able to be there in person, one-to-one size.
Nice.
So really cool application. The other piece was exactly your AI avatar, basically, where you could go up and ask them questions. Corporate lobby, hey, I'm looking for so-and-so. Well, I can now connect in. I see they're green on Teams. I can give them a ping. Maybe your company's tracking every single location of where you're at. Oh, I see he's installed number 3. He's been in there for 15 minutes. Send help.
Or don't send help.
One of the other, I think, fun applications with that AI interactive piece was thinking about museums and zoos and public spaces where kids can walk up and ask, how much milk does a dolphin drink?
Yeah.
And an adult may or may not know that, but now AI is going to scan the world. I don't know. Do dolphins drink milk?
Right?
They do. I was on a dolphin cruise last week, so I know these things.
Do they prefer strawberry, chocolate milk, regular 2%?
I think it's just the regular stuff.
Whole 2%, whole skim. What are we doing?
I don't know. So these are things that we need AI avatars in these locations to help me ask.
That's right.
How many necklaces can a giraffe wear?
Don't know.
I don't know.
To that point, too, the AI assistant, they ran a demo of approaching that in an emergency situation, right? Say it is in a museum or a zoo or something. This child fell over. Can you call for help? Well, the AI system can, number one, give empathy, but then also notify the required authorities to be on site a lot quicker than most situations.
Wow.
So it definitely is an amazing technology.
Yeah. It's not all the fun and games of asking about dolphins.
Well, right.
There's some serious use cases.
Serious.
This is why you brought Frank.
It can save lives, or it can tell you things about rhinos.
Yeah, exactly.
How pointy is the nose? Does it
purpose?
The other piece that happened at InfoComm, which I think was really cool, is a lot of back-end piece. LG launched a solution, Business Cloud, and on there was Connected Care. And it is a fleet management tool where you can actually look at the status of all your displays.
Nice.
The big announcement was opening that API for free use. So you create an account, you can download that API through simple AI prompts. If you have your own agent, you can actually download that API and then recreate your own dashboard. So now if you look at the back end, how can you pull the information out of your signage network? Now you're able to use LG Business Cloud and then your LLM to help create your own specific application. If you're running a series of gas stations and you need to monitor just uptime and what's the playback, is this running the right beer commercial? Is it running the right different promos that might be going on? So you can cater that specifically to you, 15, 20 minutes with a few prompts.
And then can you integrate other things on top of that, like cameras or something like that, where you can now start getting into the whole machine vision, what's happening? Or, are you going down a platform road? Like, is LG trying to position itself as like, you can be on our platform and not just the diagnostics in the back, but you see where I'm going?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe too deep of a conversation, but yeah.
So in terms of cameras, you can actually see what's on the display. You can see what's playing on the display.
Yeah.
If you're going into a physical security of monitoring with cameras, you could through an API, if you want to have triggers, if my signage is showing me this, what is it viewing? There's still a lot of conversations of what can you actually capture.
I was thinking more like ISV integration. Like, right? Like if LG's got the platform, now we can just lump on ISVs on top of it, and then these are the ones that are out there trying to develop these types of technology.
Yeah, the one that I love the most is being able to pull in if you're running a point of sale system, being able to pull in your inventory, your price sheet, and then have that automatically update your signage. When LG first launched the platform, it was a single pane of glass. But you have a single pane of glass. You have a single pane of glass. Now all of a sudden you're back to the whole mosaic tile of single planes of glasses, and you've defeated the whole purpose. So LG, with opening the API for connected care, you're able to pull that data to the single pane of glass that you need to be the single pane of glass.
I like that. From operating a NOC, back in the day when I worked for a company that tried to do that is definitely one of the barriers. Like, how do you get this information? So that's a huge step up from, retail media network owners or, companies that are out there that are tasked with managing content on these displays. That's huge. I was just taking another level up.
Yeah.
On the API side.
There's a tie-in with ServiceNow as well. You'll be able to see in the next few months coming out a tie-in where ServiceNow. So how do you actually action off that data? If there's an issue with one of your devices, it's cool. You can get an email saying something's happening, but what do you actually do about it?
That's right.
Well, now you can help automate the recovery process of that. Automatically call service. And tech support 101. Did you unplug it and plug it back in?
Right. Yep.
Boom. Reset the display. Hey, did it fix it? Great. Nobody had to know anything.
Fascinating how that still works.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. So, InfoComm was a great time. Saw a lot of cool new technology out there. As I mentioned, we launched our new e-paper. It is it's slick. They did a really nice job with it. It's actually got like wireless charging, so it's got that MagSafe compatibility on the back.
Oh, nice.
So
that turned a lot of heads.
Did it?
When folks
is that in your world? Are you're dvLED guy?
I'm traditionally dvLED.
Yeah.
At InfoComm, you got to kind of be a little bit of everybody, right? So the e-paper with the mag charge on the back, because you can mount it now in a lot of different creative spaces. And the benefit of e-paper is that it's such a low energy draw that realistically it only draws a lot of power when it's changing the content.
Yeah.
So if you were to deploy these in your space, your facilities team only needs to go like maybe once a week to recharge these things. Just slap a battery pack on the back of them for a couple hours, and then you're done. It's going to change the retail market, in my opinion. Those things, and the colors on the ones that we're launching are very crisp. It actually.
What size are we doing?
32.
All the way up to 32?
Yeah.
And lower than that, or is it just 32?
Right now it's 32.
Okay.
Yeah. And then as far as mounting, as I was mentioning, we had a couple of different mounting options, just hanging from some cables. We had like
they're light, right? They're super light.
Yeah.
Are they not?
Yeah. Creepy light.
Yeah.
Creepy light.
Yeah.
And then we had it.
It's paper.
We had it connected to the little Stand By Me cart that we have. So it's just very versatile.
Nice.
Very versatile.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I'm with you there. We get a lot of interest in that. And it's like, finding the right use case. And then the reason I was asking size is like down to shelf label, right? Like there's continues to be this run in the industry is like, oh, we're going to get to electronic shelf labels. I don't know, maybe someday, because that has a lot of technical issues on the back end of tying into systems and all that kind of good stuff. Not to mention the legal and blah, 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 blah with surge pricing and all that kind of good stuff. But anyway, that's a fascinating technology.
Yeah.
Getting asked a lot of.
The other, this is more in Frank's wheelhouse, but there were at the InfoComm booth, there were two direct to LED technologies, kind of like fun little demos that we came out with. What was the front service adjust?
The Z-axis, yeah. So we might be getting ahead of ourselves, but
sorry about that. That's on me. That's on me.
With our Premier Magnet lineup, we've developed a way for you to be able to adjust the Z-axis alignment of the LDMs, so front to back, from the front of the display using a magnetic puck, rather than having to reach behind and play with the screws. or removing the module off to dial it in. But then it's always just a guessing game. Did I turn it an eighth of it a turn too much or not?
Right.
So this new tech is going to be help lower your install times.
I'll be damned.
Significantly.
Yeah.
Frank, before we move on, I want to ask you a quick question because I've noticed we've had people, we had them show up at some of our BlueStar Academies about digital signage. We were learning that a lot of resellers are interested in getting the digital signage. Maybe they're already playing in retail, point of sale, something like that. And they're just like, hey, I know there's an opportunity out there. I could hold on to more business. I could, take customers I'm already working in and expand out what I'm doing with them. So for them, maybe give a quick little rundown of direct view LED and how it compares to LCD and why we're upscaling and what the difference is right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So direct view LED is the Lego blocks of display technology, right? Like quite literally, it's build it however big or whatever shape you want it to be. So if you can choose to either build it to a specific size and resolution or to a space. That is really what is allowing the creativity of the design space to expand. You're not, basically built into a four lines anymore of a specific size, 55, 70, 65, whatever. So it's allowing the creativity to expand, but also the longevity and serviceability. So, 65-inch display goes up and somebody throws something at it, and it breaks, you have to replace that entire thing.
Right.
Might take your team, a couple hours to get there, take the one down, put the new one up. Whereas with direct view LED, it's all modular. So, pixel goes out, someone damages it, pops it out, put it back in, 30 minutes tops.
Nice.
So it really helps with the longevity, or it's kind of a cliche word to say is total cost of ownership. Really, really drops. And these things are built to last at minimum 10 years until they reach their half brightness. So
10 years.
Yeah, 10 years.
Bro, we got to keep selling this stuff. What are we doing making something that can last 10 years? I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Technology is ever increasing though, right? Long gone are the days of a technology called, DIP, dots in place, which is the technology you would see on the big jumbotrons or billboards along the highway. We're getting into much smaller packages now. We're seeing dvLED down to 0.6 millimeters in size.
Wow.
So, you're able to hit an 8K resolution in a pretty small footprint nowadays, comparative to, say, 5 years ago. So it's just, it's incredible.
Yeah. So you can have a dvLED in your home?
Absolutely.
That's what I figured. Yeah. I don't have one yet.
That's the next wave.
Yeah. That's the next wave. Okay. Got it.
Yeah. I mean, we have our all-in-one product, right? Which is, it's phenomenal for both business and consumer. Quick, easy installation. It's the closest to a hang and bang that you can get with direct view LED. I myself have built one from scratch by myself in 4 hours.
Wow.
So yeah, it's quick.
Well, there you go. Because I think that's one of the points. To your point, John, we do have a lot of customers that don't live in the digital signage world, but would love to get into it.
Yeah.
So what I'm hearing you say is that from a serviceability or a learning dvLED may not be as hard as they might think it is, right? Somebody might, because I used to be in that world and look at like Pro AV as like, oh my God, that's just a completely different discipline. I can't get into that. I don't understand what that is. Maybe that's not the case?
Not at all.
Okay.
And LG, I will say specifically, we have a lot of tools and trainings that are out there in the public. Watch them, right? Reach out to your rep. We will definitely get you trained up on these things so that you feel much more confident and comfortable in deploying them. And the biggest thing is start basic, like an all-in-one. Sell a couple all-in-ones. You'll get familiar with the terms and slang of direct view LED, if you will. And it becomes then much easier to progress to, say, a more complicated type array install. But with the all-in-ones, it's quite literally everything built in, right? The controller, the mount, all of that stuff is built into a single unit, which makes the ease of installation and deployment much easier.
And John, one of the things you mentioned, like BlueStar Academy, how do we get started? Well, we've all heard the term drop shipping.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Distribution, fantastic. Making sure the right product shows up at the right place, right time, beautiful, all that. The next step of that is drop servicing.
Yeah.
And how do you not just get the product there, but what are some additional services that a reseller could think about or leverage to help with that? Once the box actually shows up, who's going to help open it up? And through a lot of the tools that LG has started to offer. So we have a field engineering site support where someone like Frank would actually go on site with the product. So Frank doesn't pop out of the box like a birthday cake. They'll be there to help open the boxes and, hey, plug this blue controller into this blue plug.
Yes.
And they're able to wear, the customer still able to wear the hard hat, put everything up, make sure it's going where it's going. But you have a friend right on site that's going to help, do that. Nice. We always make the joke of anything you can do with a cup of coffee in your hand is what they'll do. There you go. They're not going to pick up a hammer or drill. They're just picture them with a cup of coffee, make sure that it's there.
They're the union supervisor.
Right. But then the next
foreman vibes.
The next piece of that too is also offering full install services. So if the reseller doesn't have the team to do that,
But they own the relationship and they can get the job, right?
Yep.
Exactly.
Okay, got it.
Exactly. They have one of the customers called them, hey, you installed some 55-inch for me a few years ago. I'm looking at doing something bigger. I want a direct view LED. Great. Yeah. Say yes. Get a hold of your BlueStar rep. They can then work with the pulling the right folks within LG. Do a really nice custom build PDF. It takes us 15, 20 minutes to spin one up, 5-10 minutes of here's exactly everything you need to know about the power, the mounting configuration, the thermal unit, the BTUs that it's going to generate. So do you need to worry about air conditioning, things like that. It'll spit out this beautiful PDF. You can then present that. The partner can present it to their end user and say, this is exactly what you're going to get. Here's how it's going to look, feel, and work. And someone from LG is going to come with me to help install it. Or LG themselves are going to install it.
Yeah,
and that's always beautiful too, because if there's anything that goes wrong with the product, something's not right, something's a little off, well, you got LG right there to help take care of it.
Exactly.
They got the hotline to the service team, and boom, it's fixed.
Hey, you just reminded me, right? So LG just launched our LG Pro Services, which is, as Mike was saying, is LG badged employees coming to do the physical installation of the direct view LED. Alongside of the reseller. So
I think that's incredibly helpful because there are a lot of SMB resellers out there that just don't have that, or might be afraid of this technology and how to do it. But to your point, the opportunities are there, dude. I mean, it's like, when you see this and how impactful it can be, and the fact that you can put it in any size type of a thing, the creativeness that you see on integrating signage into physical locations is so cool and is a differentiator for a lot of folks that, I want to enable them, right? And so that's cool that, well, don't even worry about the install. We got you.
Yeah,
is what I'm hearing, right?
Yeah. Just coming off of InfoComm, Avixa, one of their reports, 2028 is when the direct view LED market is going to overtake the large format LCD market.
Really?
Yeah. So you're still going to continue to see the growth with LCDs. They still have their place and they're perfect for a lot of applications, but you're going to see a faster adoption.
Okay.
So where that industry is going as a whole, direct view LED, you're going to continue to see expand and grow.
What screen sizes can we get in dvLED today? I mean, or should I stop thinking of that? It's just modular.
It is
like,
modular.
What size do you need it to be?
So
gone are going to be the days of, I need an 85-inch, I guess. I don't know, right? So, okay. All right.
So from the all-in-one perspective, right? So we have 136-inch and we have 163-inch.
Okay.
Those are going to be either native 1080 or native 4K, depending on the pixel pitch that you get. From a more modularity perspective, LG, we sell our products in it's roughly the size of a 27-inch desktop monitor.
Oh, okay.
About that.
Yeah.
That's how large each Lego block is, if you will.
Got it.
And so you size it up, tall, wide, whatever you need, mosaic, if you need custom shapes, all of that is possible. Okay. Curved, flat. I mean, we can really do whatever is needed for your customer.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah.
The Lego block thing, I think, is my favorite part of all this, because that I feel like it's a great way of explaining how you can build something and put it together. That's a tangible thing. People can be like, okay, this isn't just I have to pick my size and throw something up and that's it. It's what do you want to build? We can help you get there and build what you need.
And it's 136 is really the sweet spot. That seems to be where the highest velocity is kind of going. You can do 1080p or 4K as well, depending on how close you're going to be to it. But that 136, it's a single, the all-in-one that Frank was mentioning, it's a single flight case on wheels, just a big old box that shows up, and it's not even that big. It's
could fit in this room.
Yeah, very easily. And you wheel it to where it needs to go, take the front off of it, and then just start taking all the components out, hanging up just a big piece of metal, and then magnets align all the pieces into it, and you're good to go.
Yeah,
magnets, really.
Yeah, magnets. Click, click, click.
Yep.
It's a very creepy feeling. And then if you need to adjust one, it's a really cool like suction cup tool that you just pop the front.
That's cool.
It's definitely the first time you do it, and the magnets grab hold of it.
Yeah,
you think,
right.
oh my God, you know. But once you get past that first time, it's
that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
So let's talk about the consumer side of things. You mentioned the idea that some of these could just as easily be used as consumer devices. Now, we also know that there are a lot of consumer displays that are still in use. To everyone's frustration, not just those of us that are trying to sell this stuff, but just, if you're experiencing them, they're usually not very high quality. We did a BlueStar Nation survey of end users late last year, early this year. We found out that 75% of restaurant operators are still saying they're using most or all of their screens are consumer grade, which is alarming and disturbing.
Yes.
So let's talk about that. What tips do you have to kind of combat the consumer display, just to continue to sell that total cost of ownership, the long-term value of the commercial signage and the benefits beyond the basic stuff of like, hey, this isn't going to last you, blah, 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 like the stuff everyone knows to be talking about. Are there any special tips that you've found along the way that help really supercharge that conversation and make it even more clear to someone like, man, commercial's the way to go. I shouldn't be buying these consumer ones anymore.
I mean, I'll take that one to start. One of the biggest things, right? So total cost of ownership. You see now the price of a professional grade display has come down significantly because of the launch of direct VLED, right? So like Mike said, by 2028, dvLED is going to far surpass, traditional digital signage. I think now that delta, that gap between what a consumer TV is versus what a pro TV is significantly tighter. Long gone are the days where the excuse was, well, if this breaks, I'll just go to Best Buy and buy another one or whatever, right? I don't think that that's apples to apples anymore. I think that there's a much tighter gap there where in the long run, you are going to spend more money replacing TVs if you just keep going consumer. But also from the LG perspective, right, is our platform, our WebOS platform. We are able to integrate with so many different providers out there now that it's making it to where a lot of those systems and programs that you're using in your restaurant will reside on the display itself. And from a deployment perspective, being able to do everything across all of your TVs from the back room makes the management of them significantly easier than having to go up to every single one and plug a USB into it to do whatever it is that you want it to do.
Yeah. I think if you look at so many different applications, you mentioned bars and restaurants, it can be a dirty environment. You can see a lot of dust that gathers up there. The commercial displays have conformal coating on the motherboard, which helps protect the unit to have a full 3-year warranty. Yeah. So they're truly built different. Again, it comes down to experience. How many times have you gone to a sports bar or restaurant and just seen a display with little white blotches all over the background because the backlight's going? Well, if you're using a commercial display, you have that connected care software, you can monitor and actually see that the backlight is not performing the way that it needs to. Have a tech proactively go on site. All the LG commercial displays, it's a 3-year on-site service. So something goes wrong, you're able to see that ahead of a failure and actually have the unit repaired. Because you don't want to have, during the World Cup, have one of your displays go down and all of a sudden table 7's like, this stinks, I can't see.
Right.
And you're out of display. So it really comes down to that experience as well. Having the right product in the right place at the right time.
Yeah. I would agree with that. I mean, from a pricing standpoint, Frank, I think you're hitting the nail on the head. It used to be in the days where, and I'm going back to like plasma monitors and all that kind of stuff, where it was significant. Like, it might be a $5,000 screen for a commercial screen compared to, well, I can just go to Best Buy, and back then maybe it was $2,000, but still it was a pretty big gap, right? And you understood why people were like, okay, I understand. But today it's like that argument is mitigated to a certain degree, and the upside of having a commercial grade monitor, to your point, is absolutely there, right? I mean, it's like, why wouldn't you, just for a couple percentages more, whatever it is, whatever that gap is, it's definitely there. So I think if you from a reseller standpoint, when I think about it, that is definitely one of those things you have to head off very early in the conversation, especially if you walk in, you see that they're using consumer grade displays and stuff like that. You need to head that part of the conversation off very, very early. But if not, you need to set the spec around the need for having commercial gear, because the TCO is going to be there at the end of the road, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So if you look at the cost, I think if you're looking at 110 inch at a sports bar, something on the larger scale around that 100 inch mark, you have really three main options. You can do a 2x2 video wall. So you're going to have a 55-inch display, 55-inch display.
As good as the bezels are, you can still see it. Go ahead.
You can still see the bezels there. Your time to install that. Yes, those panels are a lot less expensive, but you need to make sure that every single axis is perfectly aligned. Now you have to also do the full configuration of white balancing, and then do a proper scan inversion. So have the top screen, when it's making the picture, it's going to start at the top, make the picture, and then at the bottom. You put two TVs at the top, or on one on top of each other, they're going to go like this. So now you're watching the World Cup and a soccer ball's rolling across the screen. Well, it's going to be a pixel or two off when that soccer ball's rolling. And as you're watching it, it just...
fatigue. It fatigues the viewer.
We were watching the World Cup last night, and there was a 2x2 video wall at the restaurant that was not properly calibrated. And I am looking at the little 42-inch up on the wall because I'm like, I can't look at that one. It's killing me. But now your next step up.
Wait, are you a screen snob? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I mean, he kind of has to be. Right?
The answer is yes, because you live in the world. Yes. Continue, please.
I mean, IPS display, the viewing angle. If you walk into a restaurant and you want to be able to see the menu board, and I'm 3 feet off to the right, if I can't see what the menu board is showing me, no, we're just wasting everybody's time.
That's right.
That's right. You need to be able to see visually communicate that information very accurately and very clearly. Okay. So 2x2 video wall, lower cost, longer install time. If you have a failure, now you got to swap out one of the displays. It's doable. You're going to do another calibration. Once you get it up on the wall, it's going to be a little bit longer, but it's going to work. It's going to be really good. Now, moving up a few $1,000s. Single 110-inch display. Boom. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. It's got some handles on there. It's got a vest mount on the back. You hang it up, you're good. Now, it's big, it's beautiful, you don't have to do anything wrong. But if you run into a situation where that display fails, your entire display is out. Or moving the next step up is 136-inch in the direct view LED piece. I would say similar time frame install of a 2x2 video wall. Now, if something goes wrong, this ships with spare modules. So someone on site can just pull that old module out, put the new module up there. So if somebody throws a beer bottle at it and it breaks one of those modules, okay, snap it back up.
Are you talking about experience here?
It can take...
There was that pause there that tells me everything I need to know.
It can take an empty beer bottle underhand. It cannot take a full beer bottle overhand. If somebody wants to calculate the joules impact and IK rating of my Coors Light, that's... You do you, boo-boo, but...
Fair enough.
We're going to challenge somebody out here.
Yes, that's right.
And put it in the comments.
I did not play softball, so I'll admit my underhand throw may not be the fastest out there. Just a gentle, toss.
It's more like a horseshoe.
And you can get into some dvLED, some direct LED, like our magnet product. It actually has an epoxy coating on the front. So I did some work for our children's museum, and that was a great solution for it because it's going to get bumpy. Strollers bumped into it. And that is the product to go to. It's got the true protection right in the
ruggedness.
I'll tell you, I think to me, this is a big part of the sales conversation too, is as we were just talking earlier and people are getting out and about more, we're in that post-COVID world where people are starting to congregate and get together. Obviously, we're in World Cup fever right now where gathering together at your favorite local bar and watching games is top-notch entertainment right now. But man, that experience of when you walk into a place that you expect to go watch a sporting event and the TVs are not... I just took my son to let's call it a large mammal with wings themed restaurant chain. So I'm not calling out anything in particular. And
Hashtag not sponsored.
Exactly. We sat down and they had the Reds game on, another baseball game. There was a soccer game somewhere, a random sports documentary. My son looked around and goes, Danny, why are all the screens blue and greenish? What's up with that? And I was like, well, son, they're using commercial or they're using consumer displays and not commercial, which means they don't quite have the longevity and like stuff times out after a while. And it's not, it's just, it's not very good. It's the kind of stuff we do where I work at BlueStar. And he's like, okay, can I have some chicken tenders? He didn't really care. But I'm just sitting there thinking, there's nobody in here. And if this was a big game night or people really wanted to go and see this kind of thing, this is not the place I'd want to be. I would walk in, look at the screen, be like, nope, turn around and go find the one that has some better screens out there. I'm like, I hate to tell these people, but like that could be a differentiator for your entire business. I don't care how good your food is. I don't care how cool the atmosphere is, how great the people you have working there. If people can't sit down and watch a game that in a format that looks at least as good as what they're able to watch at home, let alone what it should look like in a place like this, that's going to be a deal breaker. To me, that feels like if I was selling into these environments, you walk in and the second you see it, I'd be like, all right, folks, let's sit down and have a conversation.
It's a great follow-up because if they go with consumer the first time, go there a year later. Go there 18 months later and say, okay, now do we want to change this out to the right stuff or are you going to head back to
I'm not going to say I told you so. However, here's what we actually can do.
Well, and I'll tell you too, something is as dvLED becomes more prevalent in these places and people understand that the cost of entry is not as big as they think, I think you're going to find that the wow factor of having a product like that in your space is going to actually attract more people.
You're right. People are going to notice because they're going to come. They're going to have seen what the worst case scenario can look like.
Yeah.
They're going to see that and be like, that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
I want to come back here because that looks so cool.
I can't tell you how many times, even on social media, there's some integrators, consumer integrators that do dvLED installs in residential areas. And the comment fields are just a mile long of people saying, oh my God, I want this in my house. How much does this cost?
That's awesome.
Because it's broadening out now to where more people are seeing what this technology is. And I think, in both residential and professional sides, it is that wow factor.
Resi-mercial.
Yes.
Oh, I like that.
Resi-mercial.
Did you just make that up?
No.
No.
I'll take the credit. I'll take the credit.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, it's the first time we've heard it. First time on this podcast. So.
Resi-mercial and drop servicing.
I like it.
There we go. I feel like I've got my taglines right there. All right, let's wrap up before we get on to talk a little bit more about what you guys are doing at LG. But we hinted this already. You talked a lot about InfoComm of like what's next. So maybe talk a little bit more about that. Is there anything that that wasn't InfoComm or anything that's coming down the pike that you guys are excited about? What are you looking forward to in the market next that's really got you like, man, can't wait till that gets here. Can't wait till it gets broader. Where are we headed next?
I love the connectivity. Yeah. So not just the display itself, but being able to utilize the data. How do you actually pull what's showing into its separate report? How do you leverage and manage that? I think both from a managed service standpoint, but just you're able to pull in different triggers and tags that you can then manipulate the content on the screen differently. So that two-way communication, I'm really excited to see leveraging AI, how you're going to empower an entire new idea base or human base that can leverage that technology to create their visualized world and then pull that in. So I think that's going to be really, really cool. I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Cool.
We had to talk about AI, didn't we? I mean, we had.
Well,
go ahead, Frank.
No, you get it.
We're contractually obligated.
We are.
Sign that contract.
You can't do a pod without talking about AI at some point in time. Yes.
For me, it's the LG Active Matrix. It's a brand new technology for direct VLED technology. They call it, another way of calling it is chip on glass. So instead of chip on board, chip on glass. The definition, the depth of field, the contrast levels of this technology is absolutely mind-blowing.
Nice.
1,000,000 to 1 contrast ratio. I mean, it just...
So we really see those black on blacks now, right?
You know what it is? It mimics OLED. So if you've ever seen like a very high-end OLED display, the black levels are even better than that. Wow. And thinking it's a traditional direct view product, so it's scalable. So you can make, right now we have it in a 136, but I'm very excited to see where we go from here as far as how we scale that out to the more modular designs.
Nice.
So it was stunning.
Cool.
Is there anything else coming down the line that LG's working on that's like, I hear you on the dvLED side, but I mean, are we painting on screens onto our wall at any point in time here? Are we? Let's see, what are some of the others?
See-through there or something.
Am I wearing a screen at any time coming up where I can be Superman and then just change, instead of going into a telephone booth, I can just change my clothes immediately?
We kind of mentioned...
What are we doing here, man?
We kind of mentioned at InfoComm having that... it's a transparent display with an AI avatar that you can talk to. So it actually has like a touchscreen element. So... you're able to say, like, see through a person, and almost gives it that 3-dimensional feel.
Yep.
But as, okay, hey, you're looking for this restaurant. Click this button to see the map of it, and then you can actually touch the screen, have it show, here you are, here's where the restaurant is.
Virtual assistant, basically.
Yeah, thank you. Yep. So I think that, the transparent stuff is still very much around. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
It seems sexy, right?
I still love the non-traditional aspect ratio displays as well.
I do too. So, I mean, that's pretty cool.
Our 105, it's a 21:9. I think it's just a kick-ass screen.
Yeah.
So basically, if you have an 86-inch 10 or 4K screen, stretch that out 30%, and there you go. You get a little extra screen on the side there. I think those are really neat because they're eye-catching. They're a single display.
They're different. Right? Yeah. That's kind of where I'm thinking, like, now that you got me thinking on this DVLED, well, we can make any shape you want to a certain degree. Right. But certainly that's part of the nirvana of this technology is that you really can.
Yeah.
And you might be modular on a rectangular basis now, but who's to say that can't start being little curved pieces and stuff like that, right?
Absolutely.
Not to give your product engineers anything to work on, but, hey.
Well, there is that certain level of complexity.
I mean, if we're going Legos, let's go Legos, right? There's curved pieces.
Yeah. You see the ones that go around like the side of a building, and then you can have almost like a 3-dimensional looking content.
Yes. Those are so neat. Yeah.
So we do have flexible. So it's a tile that quite literally is bendable. It doesn't install as a traditional LED product does, but it magnetically attaches to a metal structure. So in that case, if you want to build a super complex curved wall, go for it.
Doable.
Maybe like a giant sphere.
Right.
Wink, wink, nod, nod.
You could do a big sphere.
Yes.
In the middle of a desert somewhere.
Yes.
Yep. Right.
But in reality, the opportunity is endless in LED. It really is. It's in the eye of the beholder, right? So if you can create the content for it that really makes it pop, you can create an amazing experience for your customer.
Yeah. And going back to that experience thing, because I think you hit it, John. Isn't it funny how we as a society I called you a screen snob earlier. I'm so sorry. Because
you're spot on.
We are all screen snobs in the sense that we've all grown up with them now. We can walk into an environment and immediately see that display is subpar. And what does that mean about the environment that I'm in? Whether I'm in a restaurant or retail or whatever, if they don't like their screens, what are we doing here? Type of a thing. So I think that, as a society, we're super sensitive to it. We all experience good stuff. And to your point, at home, we've got pretty good technology that's pretty lights out to begin with, only getting better type of a thing. So, as a reseller, I would definitely play into that when I'm talking the technology, talking the reasons behind commercial and the differentiation between, what LG would offer and things of that nature. It has to be on the table.
You got to give people an excuse to leave their home and go to these places and hang out.
Well, for sure.
If they're like, well, I can watch this at home and it looks better and cooler to me, then why would I come here? I can DoorDash your food to my house.
It's true.
I mean, that to me feels like a good selling point of like, hey, you should at least try to do something a little bit different here.
In the gamer terminology, go touch grass, right?
Exactly.
Now, I know, Mike, you've probably got a pool at your
until they get into the store.
Yes.
You probably have a pool at your house and all that, just lavish mansion, I'm imagining. Do you have
of my houses
an outdoor LED there? I mean, is this outdoor technology too?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So I can be sitting poolside and have this nice big 130-inch dvLED board. I love it.
I don't have that yet. I do have the outdoor TV. for the Bills games and stuff like that. And that's, yeah, it's higher brightness technology. So that's another market as well. There's a lot of cool commercial products that are great.
See every second of Josh Allen's frustrations.
New stadium open this year.
Yeah.
New stadium.
It's their year.
This is it.
Well, wait, it's the Bengals here this year.
Oh, yeah, right.
Those two things don't jive.
No, they don't. They don't.
Wish both teams the best.
Yes.
Wish both teams the best.
Maybe we'll see you in the AFC Championship. How's that? Yeah.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, in a moment, we're going to have these guys talk a little bit more about some of their pro tips to help you go out there and actually sell some digital signage, win some business, get some dvLEDs out there where they belong. Before we do that, a quick note of what's happening around BlueStar Nation. Look, are you ready to up your selling game? Because our next special installment of BlueStar Academy, which we were just talking about earlier,
absolutely
focuses on modern solution selling, gaining customer trust, molding and modeling your presentations and proposals to their needs, not just what you're trying to sell, and creating a true strategic partnership. I would assume that's what we're all trying to do. The whole
absolutely. Partners. Yes.
Idea of being a trusted partner and an advisor and strategic, and not just the guy that's trying to sell you some digital signage. So the goal here is more wins, more recurring revenue, stickier business, and just keeping yourself immersed and embedded with your customers. All right, as a bonus, we have an industry vet, Stephen Bergeron, who's going to be leading this course, talking about all things sales and selling. He's got ideas like story selling. We were talking about storytelling. He's got ideas about stuff called mind tapping or something to that effect. I can't remember all the details. He's got a lot of cool ideas for how to go out and change the way you think about selling and sales. You'll get hands-on time at our BlueStar Solution Center. It's actually this very building where this podcast is filmed. In fact, we opened this studio up. I'll be in here. People can come in and see the studio live. I mean,
wait, I can see John if I sign up for this.
Yeah, you can meet
BlueStar Academy. There you go.
I don't think that's really a selling point, but okay. Now, we said Mike and Frank were going to be.
Hey, there you go.
You can see my cage underneath behind there. Where they
yeah, we'll let you have a treat that you can give Mike in the studio cage. And we'll also teach you how to deliver additional value with every sale by tapping into BlueStar's expertise and value adds as well. This special course is happening July 21st and 22nd here at our corporate HQ in Northern Kentucky. It's also completely free. You just got to get here.
If
you can get your folks here, we've even got a hotel nearby that we can give you a discounted rate at. All you got to do is get here. We take care of everything else.
That's right.
Meals, evening event on the first night is a lot of fun. So check out the link in the show notes or go to academy.bluestarinc.com to register. Don't wait, though. Spots are going to be very limited for this particular selling course that's coming up. I want you to get in as soon as possible. All right, while you're doing that, take a brief moment, as always, like and subscribe. Leave us a comment. Tell us what you think about in this episode, about the podcast. Tell us what kind of crazy thing you would like Mike to come on the show and do next. Ask your questions of Frank, and we'll tap you into some expertise on dvLED. And as always, give us a quick review if you're listening on your podcast platform of choice. I'm a podcast in my ears kind of guy. I don't like to watch necessarily. Leave some 5-star rating reviews. Every now and then I go to some of my favorite shows. I leave a rating and review, just knowing that gives a little extra something, a little extra boost to the show. Some of the podcasts will actually read those on air sometimes too. Maybe if you do that with us, we might actually read some of those if they're good. I mean,
yeah, right. Yeah.
Like, Dean and John are boring as hell, and I wish this show would go off the air.
Yeah.
Might not read that one.
Which late night show was it that had the comments? They were nice. Read the tweets in live.
Oh yeah, I think Kim used to do that, didn't he? The mean tweets. Again, maybe I'll have some fun with that, but I would appreciate some of the good reviews as well. And as always, send your ideas and news. You can always find us on the BlueStar LinkedIn page, or you can email us directly, nation@bluestarinc.com. All right, let's wrap things up. We'll do a little VAR value here. I think you guys have done a pretty good job talking about what's next for LG, the digital signage market, but maybe just talk a little bit more about, what you guys are willing to do and help out with VARs to go out there and win business, and maybe some final pro tips that you have for winning this business and, getting out there, explaining to people the need for these displays, why they should be working with you. I mean, I think we've got a load of experience here, obviously, but just, what's your final thoughts on helping folks go out there and win some digital signage business?
Yeah, I think the biggest piece for LG is the partner program. We talked about a lot of cool technology. Some is very easy off the shelf, pick, pack, ship. Others a little more on the custom side. But how do you figure out who to interface with? You get a hold of your BlueStar sales rep. What are next steps? What are some additional tools? LG Pro is the partner program, and there's a lot of nice marketing collateral on there where you can do dual logos. So actually take an LG case study or spec sheet and do a co-branded piece. We actually have a AI agent built into that as well.
Nice.
So if you want to say, this the education market, can you draft me an email with this PDF that I can target superintendents? Give me a rough idea. Great. It can help spit that out, give you the content, give you the collateral, make it very easy to help bring that message out. So we talked about the simplicity of selling the technology, but this helps really bring it all together.
Nice.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially from the LED perspective, right? We take a very consultative approach at LG. We have a team of solutions engineers based out in the field who will work alongside you to help design and develop the BOM, right? The build material that you need for your deployment. So we don't want you to go into it alone, right? We want to walk into battle with you, if you will. Even on the most simple type of deployments, we have a team of people here that will work with you. And literally, if you want to bring us into the conversations with your customer as an asset, we're willing to do that to support you and your business.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's the way resellers have to go. We talk about it ad nauseum here. You have to have a good partners community to do that. It's refreshing to hear that LG leans into that so heavily, because that's how we all can be successful. Resellers out there have to be generalists to a certain extent, which is good because they're owning the relationship with the customer. But you got to bring in the LG people when you start whispering around signage and we want to up our game and we're thinking about this. Bring in the dvLED experts. And get the sale at the end of the road, right? Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
And again, going back to if you're not really embedded in this world yet, if you're a little bit novice to this, you were just trying to get started, if you're like already working in retail, hospitality, corporate, whatever, and thinking, man, I smell opportunity. Again, reach out, tell us what you need, and we can tap into the folks like this to help you go out there and win that business. You don't have to do it alone.
Pro tip, just buy a pair of Crocs, send them over to Stachura, and you now have a lifelong friend that at the drop of a hat, instant expert.
Yeah, it doesn't take much. Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Now mind you, he's got a
$20 in a Coors Light, I'll do just about it.
There you go.
He's got a massive collection of Crocs, so you might have to find something innovative. But
they got to be unique to your world.
Yeah, exactly.
My midlife crisis.
Yeah.
And then Mike's always got the bat phone for me. He's
yes. See?
For help.
Hey, I'm in a ditch. I need help.
Frank's probably like, yeah, I'm right here with you, dude. What are you talking about? You brought me along.
Good stuff.
All right, let's wrap up as always with what's on our radar. This is the fun part of the show. We get to talk about something in the world of tech, science, business, innovation, gaming, whatever we feel like chatting about today. Who wants to kick us off with what's on your radar right now?
I'll go first.
All right.
Air fryers.
Yes.
Okay.
Man,
what's wrong with them?
They nailed it.
They nailed
it. There's consistent.
We're done, everybody.
Little innovations, low cost. All the chicken nuggets come with an air fryer first recipe now.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out to that little device that I barely use my oven anymore.
Yeah.
And you don't even need a fancy connected one?
No.
You want a basic one?
They're kid safe too.
Yeah.
Like my kids just pop in whatever. Boop. It doesn't matter. Sandwiches, steak, fish.
Yeah.
Reheating mac
so
and
much
cheese.
better than the microwave too.
So just a big shout out. I mean, they pushed that technology, and now it's the de facto heating instruction.
It works.
Are you a little depressed it wasn't you that came up with that invention? Like, how simplistic, right? It's like a fan and a heating element. God bless him.
Right?
Why did I not think of
Toaster
that?
with a fan.
Yes.
So simple, so useful.
On a different side, I'll go with World Cup technology. I mean, the viewing that they have, the analytics of having 360-degree coverage of being able to look at every player at every given single moment, that is absolutely phenomenal. On that sports team too, shout out to F1, had the last race. They had the drone that was able to not only follow the cars at speed,
Yes.
but broadcast that.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize they did that.
It was the first race they had where this drone would fly along the side, watch the cars, not only record, but broadcast it back out to live TV.
We had that in the Olympics too. How is it for the luge and stuff?
How are those tethered? Are they tethered like Bluetooth? That can't be.
5G or something.
It's got to be.
I don't know what communication they're using, but that is I mean, that's fast stuff.
It's not physically tethered. It's like flying alongside.
Correct.
That's crazy.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. Just some awesome
So what kind of statistics are you looking at when you're watching the football, soccer game, whatever? Is it like offside? Are you getting into the VAR when they do the offsides?
Yeah, when they're able to do that in-depth view of this toe was slightly over. I know there's some controversy out there, not trying to make them look any enemies.
That's probably why they don't have laces on their boots anymore.
Yeah, right.
They don't want that one lace to be offside.
Yeah, but it's just amazing getting to see like some of the angles that they do on the replay. The new coaches. I'm sorry, the referee view.
Yeah.
Just really cool.
Yeah, very cool.
I think there's always been that feeling that like, adding technology to sports was going to like impurify games. We were talking about, because I'm a big baseball guy, like the whole ABS challenge system. And I'm like, I love it.
I love it.
I did not think I was going to when I heard about it years ago. And now that I see it in action, I'm like, this is a game changer, because that kind of bad calls or wrong calls can change games. And getting them right now, I'm all on board that kind of stuff. Like
It's holding the umpires accountable.
It very much is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but see, that's going to start creeping into our personal life with our wives and stuff like that. So you're going to give your wife like 2 calls a day on the ABS, where it's like, I'm making a call here, honey, and she's tapping her head like, no, we're going to go to an arbitrator here. We're going to figure out.
All the more reason not to mess things up, So.
She implemented that when I go to the grocery store. She's like, you get 2 calls. Don't call me in every aisle asking where the chips are when it's 1 row over, and then call me in that row asking where the macaroni and cheese is.
Hey, man, they have grocery delivery now. You don't
No. See, that's losing out on the experience. I've been banned from shopping in my household for that reason. I come home with discretionary purchases that are just off the charts. And then I would, if there was ABS involved in that, I'd get called every single time. I'd be going right back to the shopping.
Should have brought chicken, but you brought brown sugar Pop-Tarts.
100%. 100%. And then like a green squishy ball that really meant nothing, but the kids were there at the time. We were having a good time and whatever.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. All right. So anyway.
Frank, what's on your radar?
Honestly, augmented reality.
Okay.
Right? Really liking to see where it's going to go. I've got a lot of things in my mind, right? Like the ability to be able to train people hands-on, say like in a machinist shop or something of that nature, where rather than sitting at a desk watching a monitor on how to use this machine, being able to throw on these glasses and have it walk you through like, oh, this is this and this is that. Having that ability, I think, is really going to help advance and speed up that whole process.
Yeah. I want that when I'm at home and I'm trying to like fix something, and usually you just go to YouTube, watch a video, and you're constantly like trying to slide it back and they do that again, pause or whatever. How cool would that be to like slip some kind of goggles on and be like, all right, it's time to fix your toilet. Is
that a 10 millimeter or is that 3/4?
Yeah, exactly.
Tell you right off the gate.
That tool that you got right there will do that. Tighten this.
Frank, you need to put in the requisite at LG that you need eyewear so that you can sell these dvLED walls just by saying, well, put this on and we're going to show you what this wall is going to look like in this environment. Do you do this already?
We don't have augmented reality for that, but we do have a tool that provides all of that visual.
The visual planner.
Yeah.
Think about, what sexier way to sell this than to say, hey, this is what it's going to look like.
So the new is our solution builder, as we've termed it out to be. We've launched a new version of it. Yeah. So we are able to provide 3D rendering drawings of the entire wall, along with all of the feeds and speeds of it, as Mike kind of talked about before. But it's
nice.
Really
nice. Now, when you're into gaming, are you doing virtual gaming? If I could just sidebar real quick.
No.
Are you still doing the old displays around
I've got a 3-monitor setup.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So do you prefer, have you ever done the gaming,
I've dabbled it in a little bit.
Okay. We're not there yet.
The cost of entry into that realm is quite high. So, you have the, I don't want to use necessarily their brand name, but the VR goggles. But in order to do it at the scale that I would probably do it, you have to have a pretty beefy PC as well.
Right.
To
gotcha.
Alongside it, right? So especially right now with the AI eating up all of the GPUs.
Right.
RAM,
Yes.
that cost of entry has escalated
dramatically. Exponentially. Unfortunately. Yes.
Stick to the desktop experience.
Exactly. Yes.
So let's come back down to this too.
Nice stuff.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, Dean, what about you?
Okay, so here's the headline that I think we all need to riff on here. You think about what do we need to be concerned with in the world out here? This was the headline that captured me, that has me perplexed. Has all the water on Earth been peed before? So apparently there is a doctor out there who's gone through the calculations of figuring out, if the average person weighs about 110 pounds and pees about a liter a day, that's
110
I know. I already disagree.
What world is this person living in?
I'm with you there, but let me go on. This is the calculation that they've created. And so this is the Dr. Donahue created a wild assumption that animals pee roughly about 1% of their body weight, which he said is probably wrong, but we're just going to get in the ballpark of estimate here, all right? Let me keep riffing. So next you got the total mass, blah, blah, blah. And so what they figured out is at the end of the road, if you do the equation where it's about, so he was saying, on a daily basis, you're doing about 8,000, all the animals on the earth today, 8,000 Olympic-sized swimming pools, which is 0.02 gigatons out there. Yeah, exactly. Right. It's got super nerdy.
Someone funded this guy.
Here we are. Here it is. That's a Sheldon Cooper. If you divide the world's water by that 0.02 gigaton to peach, it would actually take 70 billion days to have all the water go through the animal cycle, we'll just say. Now, 70 billion days sounds like a lot, but that's only 191 million years. So the conclusion is that probably all the water on the earth has been peed before.
But then you have the whole thing of the new water that's generated by rainstorms and such.
Yeah, but that
went through something. Mike, I see I've stumped you with this headline. This world
story, I guess.
Yeah.
Mike's like, all the more reason, drink nothing but bourbon.
The water bottle takes on a whole new meaning now, right? Yeah.
Thank you for this free water this morning. I appreciate it.
The little print there, it says 50% pee.
Ingredients.
I think this would be the mind that would really need to get into this question about whether or not it was a reality or not.
So could you say this is a fully recycled product?
Yeah. See, Frank's onto it. That's how you spin this, right? Yeah, well, yeah, it's all recycled. Yeah.
I feel like
I've ruined water for everybody.
I feel like the folks that already are adamant about not drinking a lot of water are especially going to hear this and be like, nope,
not going to happen now.
Don't need to do that anymore.
So now we need to manufacture water. I think was where you're going, Frank. Like, we're just going to be mashing H and O together and
making water
brand new. Hey, maybe this is a business opportunity for us, like non-peed water. That's what we make. Somebody will buy it. Somebody will buy that. Somebody would buy that.
100% organic.
Yeah.
Is that what they call the pH balanced water? Is that the peed water? I don't know.
It could be.
I don't know. You got the animal that goes in the woods. It's going to get absorbed by a flower, and then you have evapotranspiration. It's going to take that, bring it back up into the clouds, and then bring that down, drop it into the ocean, and then you got animals in the ocean there. I don't know.
Wow.
I was looking at an article for What's on My Radar about the poop emoji. And
yes.
The physics of poop. I'm like, no, I can't get into that. That's too scatological for the body. Dean comes up talking about pee. I'm like, what am I thinking? Go on. So,
so what's on your radar, John? If it's not,
well, it's
not for transition. Pee. Yes,
it's not pee. I mean, it's gaming to some extent, which I guess maybe wait too long you do some peeing in wrong places with that. And this is actually perfect given the fact that you were talking about being a gamer, a Twitch streamer for that matter too.
Yes, sir.
I could out you as that. So I actually have been kind of enjoying the classic gaming experience, like classic games lately.
How classic?
Specifically, like old NES style, 8-bit, pixelated, and more specifically, the original Final Fantasy.
Oh,
I'm a big RPG guy, always have been. And we've talked about on the show how I've been back into gaming because I got my kid into gaming.
Yeah.
Gave me an excuse to got him a Switch. I'm like, it gives me an excuse to play. Yeah. Gave myself an excuse to get a PS5 and start playing some more modern games. But every now and then, you just like to go do some of the old school stuff. Mm-hmm. So I was on vacation last week, and you might say you're doing vacation wrong if you're sitting around gaming. But I'm not a guy who spends a lot of time sitting in pools or sitting on the beach necessarily. So we had this nice big Airbnb house for my wife's whole family, and we're big group of us together.
TV LED on the wall. Yeah, go ahead. No. All right.
The TV in our bedroom was like, the screen's like popping all the time. It's so obnoxious.
Consumer grade.
Yes, very much so. Anyway, so sometimes when I wanted to like get outside and hang out, I would go into the nice little gazebos in the backyard. So it was in the shade. I pull out my iPad and I've got like the Pixel remaster of Final Fantasy
emulators
that I've been playing. Yeah, it's a very simplistic game. It's a lot of just like point to go where you want to go, simple little battles and stuff. Like, it's a very simplistic game, not much of a story. You're just running around collecting some crystals to save the world from monsters. But I love it. It's just it is a very brainless kind of game. Whereas, a lot of modern games, like, you can put a lot of brain power and energy, and there's like complex stories, and you pick up a PlayStation controller now and it's like 50,000 buttons.
Battery lasts 2 hours and then plug it.
Yeah, exactly. So there's something. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the modern gaming experience, but there is something to be said for being able to try out an old classic game from time to time.
Final nostalgia.
Yeah, and experience what I experienced back in my early childhood. My early teens, playing simplistic games in the old Nintendo.
I think coming out soon is a watch that has Mega Man 2 on it. I fully repurposed.
The best Mega Man.
And it's like a
Mega Man.
touch, single point, run, do the thing.
Wow.
I don't know that I want to play that on a watch, though. I'm going to be honest. Like, that's something I'm like an iPad to me is like the smallest screen I'm willing to game on. Like, I'm not interested in gaming on like my phone.
Not even your phone? Okay.
No. Like, at least like the iPad's got a little bit more, that's closer to the kind of screen I might have had when I was a kid, honestly, when I had just a little television in my room. But I'm not big. How about you? Do you like one? I mean, you've got the big setup, obviously.
Yeah.
Do you like the small little screen?
I don't.
I don't either.
I'm a 32-inch guy, right? Yeah. So we've got a 32-inch curved 1440p monitor that I game on. Hoping to upgrade soon at some point, but
start buying some dvLEDs, folks.
Yeah. Just start a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But no, to your point, I was scrolling through social media last night, actually, while laying in bed, and a retro gaming account had the video clip recording of Top Gun from NES.
Wow.
And that just hit all of the nostalgia buttons in my head, because I used to love that game.
Did you ever land on the aircraft carrier?
Oh, yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Well, you want to know why? I had a Game Genie. So.
Up, down, left.
Oh my God, the Game Genie. I had not thought about that in forever. That's awesome.
Right. And basically the cheat codes built into it. But I also had the big pad. I didn't use the little controller, so I had the big thing.
Yep.
Game changer.
True arcade experience.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good stuff. All right, I'm sure we could riff about old.
Yes, that's another thought. Yes.
That is what's on our radar this week. Mike Stachura, Frank Mantz, thank you guys so much for joining us. Appreciate having you here in the studio. Mike, let's get the next one scheduled.
Absolutely.
Sooner or later, we'll get you back in here again.
Yes.
All right, that does it for us. So until next time, go out, sell some dvLED, talk to your customers about improving that experience.
Yes.
Buy some Crocs off of Mike. He might need some extra cash soon. I don't know if he's in the market selling those things. And enjoy that next sip of water of yours, folks. We'll see you out there in the nation.
Thank you.